Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a plan with me for the week of 18th of November 2019 to 24th of November 2019, and this is going to be a voiceover. I will be using this kit from Oscar and Lou. It's a very relaxed one, so I'll just zoom you in to show you the full boxes we're working with. It's very pink and gray and pale, and it's beautiful. This is the second page with the washi, which is absolutely gorgeous. You have your full boxes, your checklist boxes, you have date covers, weekend banner, flags, checklists, some icons, and then you have some bows, little things, labels, to-dos, and other headers, deco page, quarter boxes, and your checklist boxes. So let's get to it. So the first thing I do is usually put down the washi strip. If a kit has a washi strip, I put it down on the sidebar. I usually don't use the sidebar, and I cut it down to size to make sure that it fits the length of the sidebar of that particular insert that I'm using. I'm using Jasenia printables inserts. I cut and print myself, and I white out the letters. So you might notice I white out the lines. So you might notice that I should have whited it out before I put down the washi strip, but I tend to forget and then I have to write it out afterwards. So it's not ideal, but it works for me, so we go with it. So I white out all of the lines, and if I don't have a washi, like I was saying, I go for Simply Gilded washi or any other washi that matches the spread. But if I do, I use the washi strip from a kit, and then an accent washi, which is, in this case, usually it's Simply Gilded washi. In this case, I'm using marbled washi, which is a collab from between Simply Gilded and Scribble Prints Co. And it's a little bit different from the Teresa Collins one. I think this one is better, but that's just my opinion. If you disagree, please comment down below. So I also cut it down to the size of the sidebar. By the way, I do apologize for the phone on the screen. Like I usually plan watching Netflix or something else, and I watch it from my phone. And there it is, the washi as a close-up for you. And anyway, back to what I was saying, I didn't realize that the phone was in frame, so I'm sorry about that. Next, I decided to do some headers this time, so I chose the light gray, which is the Today header, but mostly because it's light gray and not dark gray. I think that would fit better with the entire spread. It would tie everything up. So I put the headers throughout the weekdays, and then I move on to my full boxes. So you're gonna see me using not all of the kit. I usually don't use all of the kits because I'm a light space planner. So it's the bare minimum without not using decoration. But I usually use the leftovers on my daily, so that's okay. It's not like I'm wasting money or throwing stickers away. So the next thing is down to the full boxes, and I tend to put my full boxes in the middle of the spread. So you see me lining up it's a ring bound, so you see me lining up the inserts to make sure that they are at least a little bit straight. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's okay. I mean, we are here to try and make it pretty, but not be perfect. So I put down all of my full boxes. And again, as you can see, I always try to line up, make sure that it's a little bit cohesive. Doesn't always happen. And I've noticed that if I put every single week in the middle, it gets really chunky. So I need to start doing, you know, ups and downs. So at the end of the 4-week period, it's not so chunky and I'm not writing on top or having difficulty in writing. Anyway, I digress. Next, I start by doing my dailies. So this is how it would look on laid out for you. Next thing I do is start day by day, and I always start my Mondays with Coffee Monday. So I am using stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co. Another thing that I'm a little bit particular with is if I choose a certain shop for that week, I'll use the same shop stickers or character stickers throughout the whole week. I don't like combining. I'm not very good at combining different characters. So, I mean, if you do that, great, good on you, because I cannot do that. So I like to keep consistency with just one character. So if I'm using Coffee Monsters Code this week, I'll use it the whole week. If I'm using, I don't know, the Primrose Corner next week, I'll use it throughout the week. Anyway, I've marked my work in two different ways this week. So I used the little hourly boxes, but I also did a combination of label and character. So this first one is the box one, and I put down the biggest or main task that I had for that day. And then for that little white space, I used a Simply Gilded perforated 5mm tape that I'm using as an accent. I have to say that this washi tape is absolutely delicious. It's great not to have to use an X-Acto knife to cut down my 5mm washi. I love Oscar and Luke kits because I tend to use her icons a lot. They are big, but they are not that big, and they actually are quirky in a way, and they look really nice. So I'm using that first one for my Instagram post, and then a half box to mark down that what I was doing that day. Yes, I received, I wanted to binge watch Love Meg, which is a YouTuber. She does cleaning, and yeah, I like watching that. It just relaxes me. So I was watching binge watching Love Meg. And then I put down another 5mm perforated washi from Simply Gilded on the blush pink color, which is again absolutely beautiful. Next, I go to my Tuesday, and this is when I say that I use the label from the kit and a different icon from the Coffee Monsters Co., which is very, very cute. And then I also use, on this one, I used the decoration from the kit. It's a little flower to mark down that I needed to water my plants because it's Tuesday. I always mark down that I water my plants on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because if I don't put it down, I do not remember. I mean, as silly as it sounds, it does help me. I think that's the whole point of planning. It's helping you to remember things that you have to do, or remember things that you've done and you want to keep as a memory. So I mark down the water plants, and my plants are now surviving instead of dying of, lack of water. I also put down that icon from the kit because I wanted to tidy up and wash the dishes that day. So I wanted to do that before I go to bed. And on Wednesday again, I am marking down my work schedule and my main task of the day. And then I did put down, I did put down 2 tasks on that day because it was a little bit hectic, and I wanted to make sure that I had everything covered. On that day, I had a very nice lunch with my unit, which is the prosecution's unit. We had our Christmas lunch, and it was really, really nice lunch. And I was a little bit naughty there for the fast food one. We had pizza and pasta in a very nice Italian restaurant, and I had to mark down as junk food because I usually don't have that sort of food, but it was great. It was bin night as well, so again using the icon from the kit and marking down bin night. And I also used a label from the kit that I've been watching this documentary kind of thing on Foxtel, and I wanted to mark down which was the episode that I was on. Next up, I put down a flag from the kit and a little icon from the kit as well to mark down that on that day I had some very nice Happy Mail. And sometimes I mark down Happy Mail, sometimes I don't, sometimes I forget, so it is what it is. On the Thursday, moving on to Thursday, again, I'm marking down my work day and with a label, so I'm alternating one with the other just to make sure that it's not being repetitive, because they are all on the same alignment, just making sure that everything is not, that 2 days are not repetitives, are not repeating themselves, I should say. Then I marked down, I used this flower from the kit, and I marked down that, again, water plants, because that's the day. And then I use an icon from the kit to mark down that I wanted to do the cat litters. I wanted to clean the cat litters, just in case. I forgot, I don't think I could, but, and once more the accent with the Simply Gilded perforated washi. I love doing accents. I love putting something as an accent to cover a little bit of my wonkiness with spacing. I'm not very good at that, so that really helps. I'm using this little sampler from the Coffee Monsters Co. That's a shark. The emoji is swimming on it, to remind myself that I wanted to just have a little bit of a me time, and I wanted to have bubble bath, and I wanted to plan. So I did that, and then I'm using down the nice bows that come on the kit. They come with this really nice, beautiful design bows as an accent to kill down that white space. Moving on to Friday, again, it's my work time, and I put down a big decoration Netflix TV down below because it was Friday. I just wanted to have some time for myself, and I put down also a quarter box that came on a sampler from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark down that one of my orders from Helen, arrived that day. On the top of my Friday, I put down a meal icon because I went to the market. Every Friday they have a farmer's market nearby work, and I went to the market to get some food, and it was delicious. And finally, I put down an emoji to mark down that I needed to turn my phone off and just unplug a little bit. Moving on to Saturday, it's sleep in day, and I put down another label with the sleeping emoji because I really wanted to sleep in. I love sleeping in. I wake up very early every day, so sleeping in it's like 7 a.m. for me because I wake up like 5 a.m. every day. Anyway, a little. I was thinking of what I wanted to do. If I wanted to put another header, I'm like, no, I'm not going to put another header. So I put down a check box with three checklists, and I put down what I wanted to clean for that day, which was my floors, my shower doors, like the shower box thing, and I wanted to mop as well. And then I also put down my another emoji that I wanted to do some laundry on that day. Weekends is usually cleaning the house and having that little rest time for me. That's what I feel. And I wanted to do the laundry and fold the laundry. Then I put down a quarter box from the kit and another emoji because I wanted to mark that on that day there was a sale of wasn't actually a sale. I wanted to do a list from Kmart, and I did the list, the wish list, and it was hefty. So I'm like, I might slip on this a little bit. So I did the list. I didn't do the shopping. I put down a little cute emoji with, with Christmas attire because I wanted to put my Christmas tree up. I actually did it the week after this that I'm showing you now, but that's okay. And another bow accent below it. Finally, I put down a quarter box. I wanted to mark down that it was a lazy day. It was a couch potato day. Yeah. I just wanted to potatonate and stay doing nothing. And below, I just put down the decoration that comes in the kit. It's a planner, and I wanted to have some fun and planning time on that evening. That's it, everyone. This is my week of 17th of November 2019 until the 20th 3rd, and I'm really happy how it turned out. It's so cute. So I have Thursday to Friday and then Saturday and Sunday. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good time and a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.